The following is a presentation of BiGGs Media Services.
Go for warmth. Go for beauty. Go for a show. Go for flavor. Go for perspective. Go for love. Go for tranquility. Go for thrills. Go for color. Go for good. Go for Puerto Rico. Go now.
For more information, the website is discoverpuertorico.com.
Are you ready? Time to play the game!
BiGGs Golf Talk. Golf Talk for golfers.
You want to hear a nice golf joke? Yeah, I should have showed up and watched me play yesterday. I should be put on Chick Galore or something like that. A team named that. Scramblers. That's it. Scramblers, that's the team I should be on. Because I was scrambling for my ball.
There's a golf shot. That's a golf shot.
Hey, when am I going to get the caddy?
The bag is bigger than you.
So?
That white one?
Yeah?
That's the one you're carrying.
Oh, man, that thing's a boat anchor.
I haven't had golf anything since high school.
No, that's you, not me. She likes to enjoy a beverage herself. Is that what you're trying to say?
I might be distracted. That's another story. Golf course and equipment reviews, golf news, guests, and lots of golf humor. When you need to drive for show,
Are you ready?
BiGGs Golf Talk.
I'm special.
Yes, you are, with a helmet.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
It is showtime, baby. Here we go.
BiGGs Golf Talk is presented by U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Vodka. Qualify for the King's Cup today by participating in a local qualifier in your area by finding one in your area at usgolfchallenge.com or at bigsgolftalk.net.com. BGT also sponsored in part by ShotScope. Data is power. Encore Golf. Be more with Encore. I wish I was in Arizona right now golfing with Justice Becks, who invited Bill and I to a golf extravaganza out there using Encore golf balls. Also, Photo Ball Marker. McNally 22. Ready Putt. We're giving away a Ready Putt next month here on BiGGs Golf Talk. Never putt with a dirty ball ever again. Zilis. CBD for golfers. Scorpion 21, feel the sting. Squares Shoes, it is the #1 golf shoe in 2020 according to Golf Digest. UFO Tour Golf. Connect with BiGGs Golf Talk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Golfball. Subscribe to us on YouTube, in iTunes. We're available in the Google Play Music Store, iHeartRadio, Spotify, all your Amazon devices, and all your podcast platforms that you use. You could search for BiGGs Golf Talk and find us in your podcast platform, whatever app that you use. Our website is www.bigsgolftalk.net or .com, BiGGs golftalk.net or .com. Be sure to enter the giveaways we have every single month, and we've been doing that for the last 3 years, so that's 3 years of giving away free stuff to you, saying thank you to the listeners. But you guys got to share it, man. I see, repeat entries. You guys got to share the love with some friends. We need some new entrants, and new people entering. So share the love. I'm getting to that point where I'm about to say, hey, share the love and you get extra entries.
That's what we should do. Maybe we should open that up, have maybe on Instagram.
Yeah.
Let them tag the extra people on Instagram together.
I think we're going to do that. I think that's going to be a campaign coming, from now on.
I think that'd be cool. Yeah, I think it'd be nice if you get extra entries, whoever sent you.
Yep.
Send your people. We'll get them. If they reply back, you get the entry.
We're actually, what we're going to do? We're going to add a referral box. Who referred you?
Oh, I like that. I like a referral.
That's what we're going to do, and a referral will be an extra entry.
Yeah, cool.
And then that person that their name was referred by, that person gets extra entry. Manually, we'll insert it under their account. So there you go. Hey, he's the golf father, Bill Cuevas. Yes, she is the golf diva, Amanda Robertson. I am Big John Vick. The three of us, well, I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico, in the Tito's Handmade Vodka home studio. Amanda is in Arizona right now. Can't tell you what city she's in right now because I don't remember these days. And the one and only Tampa, Florida, Mr. Tampa himself, the golf father, the one and only. So we have the regions covered here on Big's Golf Talk. Because actually, Billy can cover two regions. He can cover the East, he can cover the South, because he's originally from the Bronx.
That's right. Billy from the Bronx. Well, I'm actually on the East Coast, so I'm on the East side.
And I can cover two. I can cover
So
two. I can cover the Southwest, and I can cover the Midwest, because that's where I'm from, is Midwest. Now, Amanda could cover two. She can cover the West, and she can cover the West.
Yeah.
West of the West.
The West of the West. West of the West, yeah.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Saturday morning to you guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful week. And I actually got to golf. Not legally, but that's okay.
Semantics,
9 holes, private course. It's, friend of mine lives on the course, and there's a ton of golfers out there, and off the record, the golf course has said to their members, hey, you guys can utilize the golf course. We're just not going to be open to serve you.
Sure.
3 people that is, taking care of 27 holes, I'll tell you what, the courses here, I'm walking, alongside courses here. I can't go on the courses to walk on them, but the particular course that I just got finished playing 9 holes the other day on, as a matter of fact, got invited out by the winner of the Squares Shoes, Glenn Lohman, called me up and says, hey, I live on the golf course. You want to come up here and we get out there? I mean, technically can't, come out there, but, they said they could come out there with as a member, just get it, just be careful and clean up your garbage, that type of thing. So I was out there with Glenn, and I'll tell you what, Glenn's looking good in the shoes. He loves Squares shoes. He agrees with our assertion of Squares. It's hip to wear Squares. And ran into some friends of Glenn's on the course, and we were talking Squares shoes and talking about how they could get themselves a really good price at the Hurricane Junior Golf Tour auction to raise money for hashtag Save Golf. And so I think they might be going there to buy some shoes and all that stuff, and head over to squares.com as well to get their pair. But he's liking, he loved the, I was wearing the gray ones, the gray pair. He loves the gray pair. He got the white pair. He selected the white pair as a winner. And so there's pictures on social media of me and him in his shoes and stuff like that. So yeah, he really enjoyed the shoes, Square shoes. And you and I, Billy, just received word from Golf Digest that they have selected Square shoes as the best golf shoes in 2020. So that's and you and I, Bill, from the get-go.
Yep.
All the way from the demo day, we said this is a big thing.
Yep. We stuck by it, and I mean, they're blowing up. I just saw a post I think 2 days ago, 3 days ago, something like that. I don't remember, but on Instagram with Colt Ford.
Yeah.
The singer. I mean, I've been a fan of his for years. We go back, follow each other on Twitter and stuff like that. He does a lot of the events that I've gone to. I think he's wearing the shoes too now.
Yeah.
So I saw a post with them. I think it's awesome that.
Well, I guess Colt Ford was a professional golfer at some point too. I don't remember his name being on the PGA Tour, but
I know he's a country singer.
Yes, I know that. Yeah.
Singer right now.
Right.
So, I mean, he's been around forever. It was when we had we had a kid that was a lefty golfer, Kyle, and Kyle did. He was missing an eye. He had cancer, and he removed one of his eye. And he did a lot of stuff with Kyle with his foundation, the Grossi Foundation. So I've been a big fan of his since then. And when I saw him wearing the shoes, I got a big kick out of it. You know what I mean? Because the shoes are going to be everywhere.
Yes,
they're going to be everywhere. You just got to try them once.
You just have to try them, trust them. Because I'll tell you what, man, the comfort. Even Glenn said the very first thing he says, wow, these things feel good on my feet.
I know Amanda's going to get them.
Yes.
Amanda's getting them as soon as they come out.
I just got a DM this morning that was asking my opinion on like good quality golf shoes. And it's funny because if you think about it, I mean, you have your staple brands and whatnot, but
Yes.
a lot of them are not comfortable. And a lot of them you have to break in, and they take 6 rounds to get to where they mold to your feet. And so anytime I find a shoe that I put on and instantly, wow, this feels good, that's already a good sign, especially if you're walking at all.
Well, I'll tell you what, Glenn made a great observation about square shoes that none of us have picked up on. So the square part in the front is rubberized, and it's a hard rubberized where a lot of people, when they come out of the trap, they tap their feet with their club and scratch their shoes or hurt their toe. And that rubberized toe, the square part of it, actually protects your toes.
Interesting. Yeah, I've done it. You have to hit like a certain part of your foot with the club, and I missed, and I'm like, ah.
Yeah, you got to be careful because not all shoes are built the same. Not all of them have that hard piece on the bottom.
Right.
Hey, Bill, how did you break your toe? Oh, it was hitting out of a bunker.
Yeah, literally. I hit myself out the bunker.
But that was a great observation by Glenn.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. And that's the thing.
He's like, did he purposely do it this? He asked me, did he purposely do it this way? I said, you know what? I have no idea if he did it that way purposely or not.
We're gonna have to ask Bob.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to send him a message and ask him about it and see, hey, if he has an answer for that. Because if not, now he has something new to talk about.
I don't know about you guys, but I have been getting tons and tons of messages about golf here in the Southwest. When are we opening? When do you have any idea? Do you have any information? Have you got some behind the scenes information and stuff like that? Well, I get the same information you guys see at the press conferences. And I will tell you this, here in the Southwest, it's crazy here in New Mexico itself because you have Arizona that is open for golf with restrictions. Texas is opening up for golf with restrictions. Oklahoma's opened up for golf with restrictions. And New Mexico, we are not. And we won't be until May 15th if we do it then.
You hope. Yeah.
Right.
You hope.
The governor,
everything keeps changing.
The governor here in New Mexico has announced, and she announced this on Wednesday, that the stay-at-home order is in effect until May 15th. That is the new date. And something else that happened during that press conference was they're starting to open up stuff slowly. And what I mean by slow, I mean slowly. I mean, a turtle's faster. One of the very first business they're thinking about opening as a non-essential, and they're going to start opening, get this, nurseries.
Yeah.
Flowers, plants, nurseries.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. People don't have money for food, but they're going to go buy flowers
or plants. Yeah, I mean, if you want, you're talking about seeds and people growing food for the house, whatever. I understand that, but Lowe's does it, Home Depot does it, Ace, True Value.
There's a ton of places right now that are.
You don't need. That's a business you don't just need to open like that.
And at first, I thought it was a nursery, and then I was like, well, no matter what nursery you're talking about opening right now, whether it's a kid nursery or a flower nursery, it doesn't seem essential right now because we got to get the parents to work if it was a nursery for children. And we know we can't do that. And, once they have to go to work, having to have those kids all congregate in one, that's going to help spread stuff. So we can't do that. But a flower nursery, man, I don't know.
Right. And by the way, folks, I'm hoping I can reach out to those that are fortunate enough to have that money. And I'm talking about millionaires, whatever the case might be. If you're in a situation that you can help a person out, our friend Chris Hart is about to lose his apartment, his place to live, unless he's able to make a partial payment. He don't even have that. He don't have the partial payment to make to avoid to be evicted out of his apartment. And he lives, I believe, in Arizona, doesn't he?
Yeah. He's up there.
And so he's got a GoFundMe thing. I have it on social media right now on my at Big John Vic on Facebook. Yep. So if you can see the link and you have it, if you're fortunate enough to be able to give something, we had him on the show. Nobody knows his story, Biggs. He was homeless before. Yes. Yes.
And he has his 3 kids. He had custody of his 3. He still has custody of his 3 kids. Jeez. And he's an amazing father, and he's overcome his disabilities because he's got physical.
He's got physical disabilities.
Disabilities and medical conditions. And I've never seen him take a break. And listening to his story when we met him last year and spoke with him, he works. He plays with Rob West when they were playing on the road, and he finally had gotten to a place where he was giving back. He was running. We saw that he wanted to run for government. He wanted to do this. He wanted to make sure he covered a lot of stuff. And this thing is crippling him.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Folks, this is not Fox News. This is not CNN. No. This is not CBS, ABC, or any other Fox News or any kind of newspaper. Folks, this is real life. People are losing their livelihood. They are losing their livelihood. This whole thing started out with a 14-day incubation period. And now we have turned it into 2 months.
It's a lot longer and a lot more devastating for a lot of people.
It is. It really is. People are losing everything.
Businesses will not, and we just heard our governor say this. She goes, I realize there are going to be businesses that will not be back in business after this thing is said and done.
I'm watching signs be taken down daily. Anytime I go from my rides, I pass the abandoned malls that have shut down and stuff. More and more signs are coming down. They're taking the signs down. These people can't afford to come back.
Yeah,
there's no way for them to come back. And it's heartbreaking that the little business people that were supposed to be protected under the stimulus package can't get a $100,000 loan, but somebody else that doesn't need the money can get a $10 million loan for their restaurant.
You know what? We could spend just an hour on that because these banks are screwing what up.
Yes, they are, and they have. You see all the reports. How are these corporations that are selling $100 steaks? You can't even walk in. $500 bottles of alcohol, wine, or whatever. Mm-hmm. They're getting $10 million. I can't eat there. I'm not going to spend $100 on a steak. How does that benefit the little person? I thought it was to save people, not keep these billionaire people in business. It doesn't make sense. There's a lot of stuff that's coming out now since this stimulus package.
There's going to be fines. There's going to be lawsuits and everything else. But the banks have really screwed this up and showed favoritism throughout this whole loaning process. The government is trying to help the little people out, but the banks, sure enough, multimillionaires trying to take advantage of loopholes and things like that. Hey, we need to head into our first break. When we come back, Amanda, the Golf Diva Robertson, will be right up with her On Par with Amanda. And then we'll be right back right after that with our roundtable discussion. We'll be right back.
Hey, everyone. Big's Golf Talk is now on iHeartRadio. Download the app for free or go to iHeart.com and search for Big's Golf Talk. Be sure to save us as a favorite so that you'll know when we're on. Join the millions of iHeartRadio listeners and listen to Big's Golf Talk. Golf Talk for golfers.
The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is searching for the country's best two-player teams to compete against International Field in the 54-hole Ryder Cup style event, known as the International Kings Cup, played in honor of golf's greatest ambassador, Mr. Arnold Palmer.
The 6th annual edition of the International Kings Cup will be contested in May 2021 at the Glasson Golf Club in Ireland.
The road to the Kings Cup begins with a national qualifier. Two-player teams compete in an 18-hole qualifier playing best ball using net scoring. The top 30% and ties at each qualifier will be invited to the USGC National Championship. Winning teams at national qualifiers have a chance to receive a free $950 team entry into the event.
With an open and a senior division, each having 4 flights, teams of all skill levels will compete for a spot on Team USA. The winning team from each flight at the United States Golf Challenge National Championship will be crowned and win the expense-paid trip to the Glasson Golf Club in Athlone, Ireland, as part of Team USA.
Do you have what it takes? For more information, the website is usgolfchallenge.com for all the details. That's usgolfchallenge.com.
This is a commercial for golfers. Take the next step to improving your game with ShotScope and discover your strengths and weaknesses. Analyze statistics on your clubs, tee shots, approaches, short game, and putting. ShotScope V2 is the golf watch that combines GPS distances with automatic performance tracking. Once you have it, you won't want to play around without it. Check out ShotScope.com to take your game to the next level.
It's time for commentary, opinion, and controversy. On par with Amanda. And here's the golf diva, Amanda Robertson.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another week with On Par with Amanda. Thanks for tuning in to BiGGs Golf Talk. We love having you here week to week to find out all the latest gossip and news regarding golf and the world of golf. It's beautiful, it's big, it's messy, but we love talking about it. With that said, hope everyone is staying safe, staying home, and actually enjoying, as the weather's starting to change in certain places, getting a little fresh sunshine, keeping active if you can, and it's allowed in your home state. And for those of you that are suffering from very strict rules for places that have higher cases, hopefully we'll start to see a turn of events over the next couple weeks. I know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I believe that we are there witnessing it, and over the next few weeks to a month, we will definitely see us getting back to a new version of normal, but at least a more normal state to be. Things will slowly progress and reopen as they should. But we got to give it a little time and let people adjust to new and improved ways to get around and to shop and to give everyone their proper space. So I hope everyone is continuing to exercise and eat right. Since you're eating at home every meal, it should be extra motivation to feel good, to come out of this and feel good and feel alive. I know that I have been doing my 30-day challenge. I am on day 12, and I've been feeling good, a little sore, but sore is good. Sore means change is happening in the body. And I've also been eating super clean, just trying to kind of detox of everything and start fresh. So with that said, I want to dive into this week's topic. I want to talk about the World Golf Hall of Fame. There's been a lot of news, a lot of press that has been going around talking about the class of 2021. And Tiger Woods is part of that, and along with a bunch of other people that are awesome. And they're great players that have added a lot to the tour. But one in particular person is the former PGA Tour commissioner, Tim Finchem. So Tim now had a great run as commissioner. So he has done a lot for them, and he also has, he shaped a lot of the PGA Tour. But there is so much commotion. So many people are up in arms over this because should Tim, a former commissioner, not a player, be recognized for what he has done to help the tour? Now, let's talk about facts. The facts are when he took over commissioner in 1994, the total prize money on tour was $56 million. And then toss in the champions and then web.com. So tours and the fund was just over $90 million total. So this season, the prize money was nearing $400 million. So it went from $90 million to nearing $400 million until COVID kind of hit and all of this. So there were a lot of great things. As commissioner, I think that he's propelled forward and pushed to get. Money's gone up, ratings have gone up. Like, he's done his job very well. But that is the key statement. He has done his job very well. Now, I read an article that basically picks it apart, and from a point of view that says he should not be awarded into the Hall of Fame. He should not be inducted. And this is what he says. He says, basically, that he was getting paid. He earned $12 million and then another $6 million in compensation from related organizations, according to the tour. So with that said, each commissioner passes the torch over and says, okay, new commissioner, come in and make it even better and even greater. But that's your job. You're stepping into a role to shape, anytime you take a role, a CEO position, a CFO position, a commissioner, an electoral position, anything that you take over, your job is to do your job well and to make the company, the organization succeed. And when you're getting what is stated as, I'm going to get paid for this service because this is what these are the services I provide, then do we really need to take him and push him into the Golf Hall of Fame, where the Hall of Fame is supposed to be recognizing players for their outstanding achievements? So the issue I have a little bit is that I've heard a lot of people say is that Fincham is not only a one-man show. He has people assisting him. It's not just, well, I did everything on my own. But even if he did, that was in the job description to help the tour be successful. Now, when Tiger Woods, when Phil Mickelson, when, Birdie Kim, when all of these people go out and play golf, their job, there's no set, this is what you're going to get paid. Yes, they do get paid for the job that they do, but they have to earn that pay. They have to play at the highest level that they can, and some weeks they might not make any, some weeks they might make a ton. But with that said, they are performing, and they have crafted, and honed in on their craft and became the best of the best. And that's what the idea behind a Hall of Fame is. It's inducting people into a Hall of Fame that have given amazing talent to the sport and allowed people to shine, and saying, wow, you were, according to stats, you were the best of the best, and you have done something for the game. You've shaped the way golf is played because of your outstanding achievements. So when we look at it, it's not to discredit Tim at all. And whether he was an amazing commissioner, which obviously the numbers, the proof is in the pudding. We see that the numbers have gone up. The tour is very successful. He's doing something very, very right. But that is his job, to make the tour function correctly and to have everything. So it's just like the coach. A great coach should not be, when their job is to coach the team and make the team thrive, that's their job. The players are the ones that have to take on whatever task it is, whether it's sinking the 18-footer to save par or hitting a home run to clinch the World Series. Whatever it is, these players, it's not guaranteed. It's not a job that's guaranteed. So that's why we recognize them, and they're the greats of the great. And personally, I don't feel that we should mix the two, and because once you do something, you're opening up room for gray area. And where do we draw the line? So then does that mean maintenance crew? We want to pull the head, maintenance or greenskeeper at Augusta because, wow, you hold the Masters. This is incredible. You've done such a great job. You've shaped Augusta National, and so now we're going to stick you in the Hall of Fame. I don't think that's right. I've said it multiple times. I never, ever, ever, ever think that participation is something you should be rewarded for. I think great participation and great winning you should be rewarded for, and I've always felt that way, and a lot of people will give me crud over that. I don't think everyone should get the, everyone's going to get a ribbon or a trophy. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is definitely a tough area, and it's one that I don't know that we'll ever have the answer. Obviously, they've let Tim into the class of 2021. Like I said, not taking away from his great job as commissioner, but at the same time, that's your job, is to be a great commissioner and to turn the tour. That is literally his job description. Make the tour better. So I don't know. I want to know your thoughts. I want to see what you guys are thinking in this department. Like I said, I know that not everything in life is black or white, but I feel like with things like this, you have to be black or white, or that gray area in the, is left for a lot of uncertainty. And so it's like, well, if you let him in, how come we didn't let so-and-so in, and how come? I think it should just be for the players. And when you look at other Hall of Fames across the board, I don't really see any of that happening. So I'm a little confused as to why golf has taken a different route. Leave it to us to screw everything up. Golf industry is, we're unique. But with that said, I want to know your thoughts. I want to know your feelings, and see if you guys think that he should be in the Hall of Fame, or if we should maybe have a separate type of award appreciation for maybe coaches or commissioners or people of that nature. So let me know what you think. You can log on to Instagram, find me at @RobertsonGolf. Slide into my DMs and let me know what you think. Also, I love hearing from you. I love communicating about anything golf, fitness, health, mental health, anything you have questions about. If I have somewhat of an answer, I can maybe help you out. With that said, make sure you're tuning in every week to Big's Golf Talk. Tell your friends. Tell everyone you know. What else do you have to do? You're stuck at home, so you might as well listen to us. With that said, hope everyone is having a great weekend so far, and we look forward to chatting with you next week. And until then, keep swinging for par.
That was a great segment by Amanda Robertson. Keep swinging for par, people. Keep swinging for par. On Par with Amanda, sponsored by Backswing Golf Events. Listen, folks, if you're looking for classy ladies to come and raise money for your event or your charity, as a matter of fact, BackswingGolfEvents.com is the only place you need to go to and book these lovely ladies for your event to raise money and entertain the golfers in your event. Backswing Golf Events is the place for your event today.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out BackswingGolfEvents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
In the folded flag, we see the heavy price of freedom. Nearly 9 out of 10 dependents of America's fallen and disabled soldiers do not qualify for federal scholarship assistance. The Folds of Honor closes that gap, already providing over 10,000 scholarships. Join us in this noble mission. Donate today at foldsofhonor.org. This is your call to duty.
Golf is a dirty game. It's time to clean it up with Ready Pot, the only putter cover with a built-in ball cleaner and magnetic surface. Clean balls roll accurately, meaning you make more putts. Sink more, swear less. Clean up your game with Ready Pot.
Welcome back to Big's Golf Talk here on Native Party Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Amazon devices here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, in the Tito's Handmade Vodka home studios. Big John Vick, along with the Golf Father, Bill Cuevas, the Golf Diva, Amanda Robertson, and Golf Diva, I got to tell you, that was a nice topic. I really enjoyed that topic, and boy, do I have opinions about the Hall of Fame. Just Hall of Fame in general, not just the Golf Hall of Fame, but Hall of Fame in general. For one thing, I think Pete Rose should be inducted in the Baseball Hall of Fame, and I don't know if anybody else is with me on that, but that's just my opinion, and also, we want to congratulate, from Bill and I know, Amanda, you congratulated her on your segment, but Susie Maxwell joins Tiger Woods and Marion Hollins and Tim Finchman in the 2021 induction class of the Hall of Fame in Florida. So congratulations to her. Now, I guess let's talk about it. Let's delve into it here about, what our thoughts are. Should everyone be inducted into the Hall of Fame? And I say no. I don't think everyone should be. I think there should be classifications. It should be a criteria to being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I think like I said before, my opinion, Pete Rose, one of the best hitters in Major League Baseball. I think he's served his time, for what he did. I mean, he only betted on baseball. That's not a crime. And it was, legal to bet, but it was against Major League Baseball rules to do it. A lifetime ban, I'm not sure. If you're not going to give the steroid era a lifetime ban, if you're not going to give the Houston Astros, who's just the latest story about cheating in baseball, if you're not going to give them the lifetime ban and take away their championships and all that stuff and making sure that those players don't get inducted into the Hall of Fame, then Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
I agree.
I do too. And, like I mentioned on the segment, the definition of a Hall of Fame is so a group of electors choose, but it's someone who has achieved
greatness, legend,
great in their field.
Right.
So that's where that cutting off the players and the people actually performing the task versus the board that is running the field. Those are two separate things completely. And so that's where, like you said, it's hard because it's like there's this kind of meshing pot, and that's why everybody's having a fit over a commissioner making the cut and standing next to Tiger Woods and Susie and these players that have made great achievements in the game of golf.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, let's look at the numbers between the people who are in there as far as players go, and then you have a commissioner. What was one great thing he did that stood out that made a difference in the game of golf?
Oh, you mean do his job?
Well, exactly. I mean, that's my point exactly.
He got paid for. Yeah. No, it makes sense. It really does.
Now, and here's the argument I'm going to hear people say about the argument about, well, Tiger Woods got paid, Susie Maxwell got paid. Yeah, but they earned their money by playing.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay, so they had to position themselves and be that great to make that money.
Yep.
Where the commissioner just sat in his chair,
and did his job.
And he got a salary.
Yeah.
So there was terms that were agreed upon his contract that to receive that money, and he did that job. He didn't do anything extraordinary to change the game that made a difference in a long-term aspect. He did his job and ran the league.
Yep.
So I agree. I agree with you. And one of the other things too is, I think, you made a choice when you became an announcer. You made a choice when you became a color commentator. You made a choice when you became a play-by-play analyst. And, I'm not sure. I mean, if you want to induct somebody in the Hall of Fame because of what they did in their playing career, but and I'm going to go on the limb and say this: what has a commentator done? What has a play-by-play done? But do his job.
Yeah, and some of them are really annoying at it, and they get in.
And they get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, because sometimes I just mute the volume. I just want to watch. I don't even want to hear the voices.
I mean,
that are talking about it.
I hear the reasoning behind. Well, he had a 40-year career. Okay, so Biggs Golf Talk. If we're on for 40 years, we should be in a Golf Hall of Fame.
Yep. Yep, because you had a career. Yep, you stuck it out.
I vote for that one. I switched my opinion.
Wait, I changed.
I vote for that. If I'm still alive in another 35 years or whatever, 25 years, yes, I deserve to be in it.
Yeah.
But, I and that's where, and a lot of people are probably going to hate the fact that I had brought this up already and I'm bringing it up again, and I don't care. Is I am not, and anyone that knows me, I'm not a fan of participation awards.
Right.
And
yes.
and everybody gets a trophy. And I've never been a fan of that. And that's what I feel like this is. Oh, yay, you stuck it out and you did great. And not to say he probably did his job amazingly. And he kept everything running smoothly, and it is a taxing job. We're not discrediting what he did, but you don't need to be also extra awarded for doing what you were paid to be doing.
And you got to remember, he had a whole team behind him doing it. When Tiger Woods wins, it's him that wins. Right. When these players are playing on that golf course, they are by themselves. There's no team behind them unless they're doing a Ryder Cup or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, it's an individual sport. So
well, that's the other thing. When you talk about players and you talk about when they're inducted to the Hall of Fame, you're talking about their individual stats. You're talking about what they individually have done for the community. You're talking about individual achievements they have done within the sport, breaking records. I mean, let's say 20 years from now, and we love golf.
Yeah.
And we're sitting around in the backyard barbecuing in our wheelchairs, and well, not you, Amanda, of course, because 20
not
years.
Amanda, because Amanda's getting buffed up.
I know she's.
I'm getting ready for old age.
They only hear her voice. We get to see her, man. She's looking like she's ready to hurt somebody.
And you talk about the Tiger Woods, you talk about the Ann Maxwells, and then you sit around, and you're like, are you ever going to bring up this commissioner's name for something extraordinary he's done 20 years from now? I mean, when I talk football, I talk about Tim Brown. I talk about, Jim McMahon, people that have done something extraordinary, Brett Favre, that type of thing. When I talk about golf, I want to talk about Arnold Palmer. I want to talk about Tiger Woods. I want to talk about, many different other golfers that have made a difference in the game of golf.
Sure.
And maybe he did make a difference, but that was his job to do that, to improve upon what was there already.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. The player's job is to go out and play the best golf that they can play. It's not, they don't have an obligation to make the game better.
Right.
Or make it more successful.
Right.
So that's where that line, and if that were the case, like I mentioned, why is the USGA? The USGA would be counted as a Hall of Fame team because literally they're changing and morphing the game bigger than any other entity in golf. As they're changing rules, the way we do handicap, so I'm just saying that's where you got to draw the line.
When you're talking about Annika, when you're talking about the Hall of Fame and you're talking about the LPGA women's golf, you're talking about Annika Sorenstam. You're talking about other people that have made a difference and paved the way for the ladies to do what they do.
Okay, but now let's throw Michael Wan in the mix. Look what he's done.
Now, wait a minute. Mike won, but that's his job.
And I get that his job. I'm saying, but look what he's done for
phenomenal.
The women's game.
Phenomenal. Absolutely probably the best commissioner I have ever seen in the LPGA.
So that opens up. Doesn't he deserve it?
No.
He has no, that's what I'm saying. If you do it for one, why not the other?
If you're gonna compare numbers now to the commissioner that was just inducted and Mike Wan, Mike Wan should be inducted this year because he's bypassed the numbers that this guy has done. The only difference is he doesn't have the years of experience that this commissioner had.
Yeah, and I think if you went by percentages of what he's done to bring to the women's value of the game, I don't think that they're apples and oranges. They're totally different what they're bringing.
Right.
And if anybody deserves it, then I would go with Mike Wan.
Yeah.
I agree. All right. Do you agree? Do you think that anybody that has put years into the game of golf should be inducted to the Hall of Fame, or should be individual based on what they have done and made a difference? Individually with stats. Did they, beat out a legend of Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, that type of thing. Sam Snead. I just seen a nice little match between Jack Nicklaus and Sam Snead on TV, on YouTube. And the shell match, whatever they did back then, but that was just a phenomenal, and it was in color. I mean, it was just a phenomenal watch. Jack Nicklaus actually pulled it out at the end and beat Sam Snead. Wow, it was just amazing.
Did you bet on him?
Huh? Yeah.
Did you bet on that?
I bet on Sam Snead, but all right. One thing I want to bet on and I can't bet on is seeing that number being 100% of golf courses being open nationwide. As of week ending April 19th, only 49% of U.S. golf courses were open for play, up normally versus prior week of 48%, based on the surveys conducted by the National Golf Foundation. That's where we're getting our numbers at here. So, let's talk about this. There's anticipating changes in golf course supply as a few states ease restrictions on golf and warmer weather creeps further north. Some have inquired on how many more golf facilities are likely to open for play over the next few weeks as the remainder of the nation's northernmost golf facilities officially open for the season. I know a lot of golf courses in the Midwest. As a matter of fact, they just opened up on Friday for the season. April 24th was their date of open in Wisconsin. I know that. Minnesota, the same thing. And I know courses. I don't know if Chicago is opening up yet. From what I see on social media, they're keeping on bouncing back and forth. Yes, they're opening. No, they're opening. Yes, they're opening. No, they're opening. And
they're actually projected this week down 5%.
Wow,
that's what I'm saying. This week down 5%. In there, as a matter of fact, they're one of the few that are in the red.
Yeah.
Of all the states.
Right.
And they're talking about by the end of next week, we should be up to about 57%.
Right.
So the projections of everything, the way the growth has been, stays that way. It's going to be good. But you have those states up there that even in the New York area, going, northern.
We're down 23% of closures. I mean, only 5% of the golf courses are open out that way. Maine
and the northeastern part, towards the tip, New York and that area, they've gone up to 23%. So they've seen an increase, while you have, Michigan area and everything, they're falling down real quick. And I don't understand it. It's one of the few that have very low numbers. I mean, Florida, we're at 79% open. Those numbers are crazy. But I can see why. You got Texas at 69. You have your area at 68. Amanda's area is at 20, which is where we used to live in California areas at 20.
Yeah, so California, San Bernardino County, if you're familiar at all with the LA area, San Bernardino is a little east of LA, and it's one of the biggest counties. And they were so strict and shut every golf course. Well, they're finally this week starting to reopen, starting to be. Obviously California is like mask only for entrance, that type of thing.
They've almost doubled because they went up to 20%. They almost doubled their percentage in a week's time.
Yeah.
So, and that's what
Arizona,
we need.
Well, we just keep poking along.
but you know what? It's funny and not funny. You see these things where people are comparing Walmart. Walmart's allowed to 900 people at a time or whatever, some crazy number. And there's actually somebody there with an iPad. As you walk in, they put one in.
Numbers.
As you walk out, they take it out. So okay, but you have hundreds of people in Walmart. And you can go on a golf course, which is open air, non-confinement, walk the golf course. You don't have to touch nothing, no one but your own personal property. Why not do it? You keep people in business. These courses were regularly struggling before this thing hit. And can you imagine after this?
Sanity.
Yeah. Oh, it is.
Well, what I'm not understanding, and I'm in New Mexico, and this is the part of being here right now that I'm frustrated with, because here I have next door neighbors. I have Arizona. I have Amanda State. I have Ed Polito's, state in Oklahoma. I have Texas, all playing golf. New Mexico, we're 40th on the list for COVID virus in the United States, and we're not playing golf.
No,
and you're losing money.
Yeah,
tribes. I mean, we are big on tribes owning golf courses here. The tribes can benefit from this.
Everybody can benefit from it. mentally, physically, and everything else, because even though we played this weekend and we flew, we were done in like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yep.
So, it's ridiculous the amount of pace of play that you can have with this way. And originally I wasn't a big fan because when we talked on the show about those cups being raised and people were playing bumper pool, just pounding it to hit the cup. Oh, I got it in. And then posting scores in the 60s, which was ludicrous.
Right.
It made no sense. Now they've gone to a different approach where they have those things for the pool.
The pool noodles.
They got it cut out.
Yeah.
The ball goes in the hole, but doesn't go in the hole.
Right.
It's easily, you don't touch anything. You don't have to touch the flag. They're not moving the pins. It's perfect. I think those scores would be better than the other ones.
I did see a product out there that you take your club and you lift up, it raises the ball out of the hole for you, and nobody's touching a pin or nothing like that, and you use your golf club to raise this thing up. I thought that's a nice idea, and I think that's a future of golf. To help people, not touch the pin and in a more social atmosphere. Something else that National Golf Foundation, Golf Consumer Sentiment Tracking, NGF, ongoing COVID-19 consumer study focuses on the attitudes, behaviors, and anticipated behavior changes of core golf consumers. Each week, they're talking with 500 new people to better understand how they're feeling, what they're doing now, and what they expect to do when things return to normal. And the study details is this. Age breakdown, 18 to 34, 11%. 35 to 49 years old, 39% is the highest percentage out of all the age groups. 50 to 64, 30%. 65 plus, 20%. Gender breakdown, female 9%, male 91%. So majority of this is all male. The golf itch meter, as of April 13th, 80%.
Wow.
Golfer COVID-19 anxiety meter is 52%. So, and that's going down. It's down 7% from the last time they talked to, other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
but you're always going to have those skeptics people too, that they're like, oh, stay home. But there's a lot of things going on at home. There's people starving at home. Kids aren't getting fed at home. Every other post is about preventing domestic violence. These things are real when you can get out in the world. Now you have these people that you're telling you got to stay home. You got to stay home. And you're beating them down. They got to stay home. Nobody knows what's going on. You know what I mean? Right. There's no way to go anywhere. They don't even want you going to a police station right now because they have it locked down. It's insane what's happening. Man.
Now, typically, April is the prime month that people buy golf equipment.
Yep.
Yeah.
April is. And it is at an all-time low with the obvious. And they say that they have much to go for the approach buying season for golf clubs. Online search activity shows there is much ground to make up. It's at an all-time low as of April 23rd. So,
and it's weird because this morning what I was looking at was the PGA show was in January. The importance of how and what's going to come of it. Are we going to see a bigger presence? Are we going to see a much lower presence? Do people, everything that they've held back and have been unable to get for this year, will they showcase it for next year?
Right.
Yeah.
Amanda, your final thought on this?
I don't know. We better get through this sooner than later for a multitude of reasons, but just keep active, stay healthy, and be kind.
Bill the Golf Father Cuevas.
I don't know. I'm going to give you my time. I'm shot. My brain is shot. I just everything just started hitting me when we started talking about all these numbers. It's just surreal, man. The way that everything is right now.
And my message to local officials: please open up golf courses at least. It's natural social distancing. Natural social distancing. That's just my thought. Hat Hub coming up next here on Biggs Golf Talk. We'll be right back.
Golf Boys Maine 2000 Trizatine Ben Cranes. We run running this short game. Hit him in the nail. Come on. 25 inches on my golf cart rims.
Going bubble long, better watch out, kids. Hitting so hard, coming out my shoes. Ain't afraid to cry. Oh, how the birdies love me, love me, love me.
Almonds in my bag, cause they yummy to my tummy. Pictures in my backswing, baby, that ain't funny. Got my SPF on, cause it's sunny, sunny, sunny.
We're going flat bills, we're going flat bills. Ricky Fowler, 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 flat bills. We're going button up, we're going button up. Bubba da bubba da bubba button up.
We going mate hand, we going mate hand. Grizzly being there like a mountain man.
We going insane, we going Ben Crane.
Golf boys, Maine. Golf boys, Maine.
Got some Halloweens at Stuart Applebee's.
Oh, I wanna win so Aaron badly. My ball hit the trees and it bounced on the green.
Man, he got off so Adam scot-free.
Caught a tiger by his tail for the Bovan pelt. Made a shirt from the fur cause I like the way it felt.
Rain delay, now they sound the alarm. You couldn't hit the side of a Ricky Barnes. I like olives in my Rory Sabatini. One time I got asked to play in a bikini. They said it was for a really good cause. I thought about it, then I said, Kevin, nah.
Stewie, Stewie, sink. Stewie, Stewie, sink. I got a drippy faucet on my Stewie, Stewie, sink.
I took a vacay at Sangmoon Bay.
I got a massage every single Jason day. Messing with me, you must be cruising for a bruising.
Don't let me catch you, Louis Oos snoozing. We're going flat bills, we're going flat bills. Ricky Fowler, 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 flat bills. We're going button up, we're going button up. Bubba da bubba button up.
We going mate hand, we going mate hand. Grizzly, we in there like a mountain man.
We going insane, we going Ben Crane.
Golf boys, Maine. Golf boys, Maine.
Now that just happened.
Feel that? Till next time.
On the now. Tweet it in the middle of the now.
Golf boys 2.0.
A golf ball that performs for you. The Encore Avant 55, hot off the tee, a formulated core that delivers more energy and utilizes soft cell technology to achieve ultra-low 55 compression. This blend of innovation and simplicity provides more distance and greater feel. The Caliber, maximum accuracy. A patent hollow metal core creates significant rifle spin while reducing side spin, allowing the ball to travel along a straighter trajectory. The Encore Elixir Tour Ball, hot list winner. The premium cast urethane cover delivers a soft and pure feel off the club face and gives the Elixir ultimate greenside control, durability, and unmatched putting performance. Be sure to check out their combo packages and sign up for the loyalty program. Gift cards are also available. For more information, their website is www.encoregolf.com. And be more with Encore.
Golf Dots is a unique, high-resolution ink transfer to personalize your golf game. Golf balls, golf shoes, clubs, Golf Dots can personalize it for you. Golf Dots conforms to USGA rules and doesn't alter the trajectory of your golf ball. Tour proven on all major tours, Golf Dots is designed and made in America. Many styles to choose from that will fit every golfer's personality. New styles are being released on a regular basis. To order your Golf Dots, visit www.golfdots.com and enter promo code BIGJOHN15, that's Big John, BIGGJON 15 for a discount on your Golf Dots. Golf Dots is available in many golf shops, such as the PGA Tour Superstore. The website for Golf Dots is www.golfdots.com. That is golf.dots.com, or call 847-829-4238. Personalize your golf game today with Golf Dots.
This is Big's Golf Talk with Big John Vick and Bill the Golf Father Cuevas.
This segment is sponsored by Scorpion 21. Feel the sting. This week I wore my Scorpion 21 shirt out on the golf course. I'm sorry, I can't tell you what golf course it is, because if I told you, I'd have to kill you because we snuck out. Not saying I broke any laws. No, not saying that at all. Just saying somebody lives on the golf course and we decided to play 9 holes on that golf course. But wore my Scorpion 21 and felt the sting. Was pretty nervous out there, I got to tell you. But Scorpion 21 kept me nice and dry and kept me throughout the round of golf. Scorpion21.com is the website. Big John Vick back with you along with the golf father, Bill Cuevas, as we head into hour number 2 here on Big's Golf Talk, sponsored by U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Vodka as well. Bill, the golf father Cuevas, last week, we talked about a product of the week last week, and Hat Hub. What a great product it was, and we thought, this would make a great functionality for those guys that wear multiple hats or traveling or going, just a great device to hold your hats.
Yep, I agree.
So we decided to reach out to Hat Hub, Bill, the golf father Cuevas, and have the owner, CEO, founder, dishwasher, floor cleaner on here on Big's Golf Talk. Bill Mondrella is joining us. He is the creator of Hat Hub. Stack 'em and pack 'em, Bill, huh? I like it. I like it.
I love it.
We talked about people getting tired of getting their hats crushed, bent, or creased, and Bill, the golf father, and I, we wear multiple hats, on every trip, and thought, how can we pack our hats, easier where they're not going to get wrinkled, they're going to get creased, they're not going to get bent up and all that. Finally, we found a device that would do that, and that's called Hat Hub. What made you come up with this device, Bill Mondrella?
Well, I'll tell you what, I grew up playing baseball, and I played in college, and I always wanted a nice-looking hat. Anytime my hats got crushed or bent, never wanted to wear them anymore because they just simply didn't look good. And now that I'm done playing baseball, I'm going on golf trips or fishing trips or whatever I'm going on. And every time I do that, I'm standing in front of my luggage saying, where am I going to put these hats so they don't get crushed? I want to bring more than one hat. I normally travel with 2 or 3 hats, depending on how long I'm going and what outfits I'm wearing for golf and whatnot. So I wanted a product that would do that. I'm also a high school entrepreneurship teacher, and my kids, we do our version of Shark Tank, and they would always ask me for ideas. And I says, well, I'll tell you what, I'm looking for an idea that would help me protect my hats when I travel. Well, none of the kids wanted to do it. So I said, heck with it, I'm going to do it myself. So I started that journey, got my patents, and made a bunch of prototypes and got it done. And here I am today.
Well, you talk about Shark Tank and doing your very own thing. So can I just put on my Shark Tank hat for a minute here and just tell you that, first off and foremost, I think it's well built. I think the elastic is very strong to hold your caps on there. What I like to see, Bill Mondrella from Hat Hub, and I think you probably could sell, probably the idea of selling more is your whole idea and multiple, but the lip that is in the front acts as more of a bill, for your Hat Hub. I think if you made that longer, people might be able to fit maybe 5 to 7 hats on that.
That's possible. I know it gets awkward with more than, if you're truly trying to keep the crown of that hat looking good, it doesn't do well with, more than 3.
Yeah.
And, if you're traveling with more than 3 hats, you probably want to there's other things on the market that would allow for that hold like 8 to 10 hats. But that's like another carry-on bag, really, and that's what I didn't want.
Right.
I wanted something simple that I can throw in my luggage or clip on the outside of my backpack or golf bag and not have to worry about my hats. So, yes, when I started this, I thought I would Google it and find something right away. And I spent hours and hours trying to find before I tried to get a patent on it. But there really is nothing out there that will just hold your 2 to 3 hats, fit in your bag, clip on the outside. It's dishwasher safe. You can wash your hats with it. I was just very surprised there wasn't something out there like that. And what I found was those neoprene cases that have a zip, but they are literally another carry-on bag, and I didn't want that.
They are, because I actually own 2 of those for my baseball hats. And I will tell you that for my umpire baseball hats, after a game, I throw it in there and, I open it back up and boy, it smells like sweat. And what I like about the hat hub is the ventilation system that you have on there where, maybe you do sweat. Maybe you're out for 36 holes or, you're out doing something. You're out on the beach or whatever the case might be and you get wet and all that stuff. That the ventilation hose in the hat hub allows the dryness to natural air, by the way, to dry off the hats.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons I put those holes in there for airing out the hat. But also, again, if you're sweating and that hat gets dirty and you could throw it right in the dishwasher with the hat hub too and clean that thing right up.
Billy?
I know you had mentioned, Biggs, about adding extra hats, and I'm totally with Bill on that side. I think it's a perfect for what his intentions are. It's perfect for what we need it for.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because with 3 hats, and honestly, I believe 90% of the time I travel with 3 hats. I don't think I've traveled with more than 3 hats. I think that the 3 colors that, you see me all the time when we travel together. I think the 3 hats are perfect with this system, and it fits inside my golf bag. I literally take it, turn it, and sit it right over the heads of my golf clubs, and it actually adds an extra protection on the top of my golf bag. So I found another use for it. I put it on the top. So
Never thought of that one.
So it adds that extra value of protection because this is a hard case.
Right.
So for them to get to my clubs, they're going to have to break this case. So if somebody can actually break this thing, that it was done with malice. Somebody was throwing your stuff around and they were throwing it around bad. Because this thing is one of the best hat designs product that I've seen because I fell victim to paying almost as much for the stuff that you do stick in your dishwasher. And it's a flimsy, cheap, nothing plastic. And this thing it has so many different purposes. I've liked it. And the thing is, elsewhere, if you put it on our, outside backpacks. So maybe we don't want to stick in our luggage. Sometimes I travel when I go to you. I don't have a bag. I just have my carry-on and I have this. That thing attaches right to your backpack.
I also like the logo. I like the branding on this. As I'm looking at this. And last week I actually did this into the microphone and when I went to go back to listen to it, I was like, wow, it did pick up. But people have the idea of how strong this is and the durability on the plastic.
Mm-hmm. Well, like we talked in the beginning, when we first found out about them, Patrick told us from the United States Golf Challenge. He was at the Chicago Golf Show, and he was like, "Billy, I got to make an introduction. I got to make and he was telling me about it, and I was like, "Well, send me the information." I mean, I was kind of skeptical on it,
right?
And I'm like, "Okay, well, let me check out the price point. Let me check out this. Let me check out that." And I did communicate with Bill, and I was telling him, like, "Let's see how it goes. We got to test the product, see how it is." And it's a little difficult in the times that we have in today's world. But you saw it, we talked about it. I was like, "Hey, did you get yours?" "Yeah, I got mine." I was like, "Wow, this thing is well built." And you look at the price point on it, and you just go through all the things that we go through that normally take a while to check. And it was right there. Everything that we needed to find out if it was a good product, bad product, if it's something that we can use, something we can endorse, something that we feel is worthy. And that might not be a great word, but we're very selective on what we choose to be on the show because we want our listeners to know that, hey, this is legit. This is something that you can go spend your money and it's well worth it. It passed every test.
Well, what I like about this too is the nylon cording that they use even on the carabiner. A lot of times when you use just regular rope or regular thing that the nylon cording will finally abrase and kind of just cut itself. You're not going to find that with the cording they use even on the carabiner. That's going to cut itself, and it's very well made and very durable. I think, Bill Mondrella, you did a really good job on that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. It took a lot of time to come up with that design and those products that are on there. So I'm happy you guys like it. Just for your listeners, maybe they do have those neoprene cases. I've had customers with my hat hub say, this is better because those neoprene cases, if you put a heavy luggage on those smash. You know, they're not durable enough. So if you truly want to protect your hats, this is the way to do it. And again, it's at a better price point. Those are more expensive. This is a simple solution for a common problem and at a very affordable price. So
I just want all our listeners to know that background noise that they hear is Big John Vic playing with the Hat Hub over there. He's putting his hats on. He was
in just seconds. In just seconds.
Yeah. So that noise you heard in the background was that.
But
he was playing with all while he was talking.
While Bob Mandrello was talking, I was able to place a hat on that Hat Hub.
Yeah, it's simple. I mean,
it takes honestly, just literally 2 seconds.
You know me. I'm skeptical. We were skeptical of 2 products that came out this year that totally blow my mind. You know, one was the Groove It brush, which, you know, I was skeptical of it.
That was way at the top of our list of skeptical.
Exactly, yeah,
because we're like, it's just a brush, but it's far more than just a brush.
Yes, it is. And once we got it and we used it, I mean, we were super surprised and happy that it was actually what it was and how it worked and everything else. So with so many products that come out, we get people all the time. Hey, can we be on your show? Can we be on your show? This is our product. I mean, we've seen some. I mean, you know it. We've had some that they send us these things, and then you see the price point, and you're like, there is no way you can promote this. There is no, and you know what I'm talking about, the most recent one. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't put my name to it. I personally couldn't buy a particular thing. So, and that's how we are. If we can't or aren't willing to spend our own money on these products and give them as a gift and tell them, hey, this is legit, this is good, we're not going to have it. And
I'll tell you what, this is something I would spend my own money on and give it away as a gift.
That's what I said. It is. And the thing is, I think it's perfect. I think it's a great gift. And we talked about, we have our guides coming up. We got Mother's Day guides coming up. We have Father's Day guides. We have the Christmas. We have it all coming up. And this thing that it doesn't matter what you are, who you are. You want to get it for your dog hats, any hat. This thing works for everything.
Bill,
so it's going to make a great gift.
Bill, talking about a great gift, give the idea of what is the retail price of the Hat Hub.
So for your listeners, and right now it's $19.99 if you get it on Amazon or on my website, www.hat-hub.com. But if you buy 2 or more, it's 40% off. So literally you could get 2 for $24. You're getting at about $12 a piece. So that's a real good deal at this time.
That's awesome. Hey, I know you have the 2 basic colors, the black and the white. And I think it fits everybody, unisex wise, but you might have people out there that would want like maybe a pink or a red, you know what I mean? So they know, hey, honey, that's mine. That's not yours. Leave mine alone. Have you thought about that? Are there any future plans for that?
Yes. This was my first shipment. So when I place the next order, I can certainly work on some different color ideas.
Have you also thought about customization? Have you also thought about customization where companies can buy this in bulk and maybe with their company logo on it and give those away?
Absolutely. That's why I left the front of it blank so that companies, I think it's perfect for golf outings. I go to the golf show every year, and it's a unique gift. It's a useful gift, and it's at a price point perfect for a golf outing. And
it really is.
Put the company name on there, the golf course name, or whatever you want on there. Yes.
I don't know what the price point would be, for like a tournament. Let's say 100-player tournament, but for what a person would pay and those things that a divot tool and all the stuff that they put in our bags. They put these things in a bag and you're like, okay, throw it away. These things over here, everybody's going to use it.
Yes.
There's no way that you're not going to repurpose
or they
it.
know somebody that will use it. So it's not going to get tossed in the garbage.
No, because you wash your hats on this thing. You can store your hats on it. It has multi-purposes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think it's a great gift.
Protect your golf clubs.
Yeah, that's right. Protect your golf clubs. That's right.
Well, I have my hats in my car just sitting on the seats or on the floor.
Yeah.
Every time I got young kids, every time they get in, I'm like, do not sit on my hats. Don't crush my hats. Well, I keep them. I keep a couple hat hubs in my car, and I keep them on there, and I never have to worry about them.
I gotta buy stock in your company, because I tell you what, I need about 50 of these things out of how many hats that we have here in the Bill. You know how many hats we have in this house.
Oh yeah,
this is a great way to store your hats too. It's just, I mean,
it is.
We have a hamper with everything in all these hats in the hampers and stuff like that. But this is a great way, because not only can you hang it on your backpack or anything like that. And I know we're running out of time. My producer's in my ear saying, "Hey, go to the break, go to the break, go to the break." Shut up. We'll get to the break in a little bit if I have to cut out a commercial. But what I like about this too is the carabiner can also act hanging from in your closet. So you can hang your hats in your closet as well as you're storing them, whatever the case might be.
Absolutely. I think it's easy. I have them hanging on my wall. I don't care. This thing goes everywhere. It's multi-purpose. I love it.
And I have a lot of hats, but there's certain hats I don't care about. But I have a handful of hats that I want to keep nice. I spent money on them, and they got to look nice. I get that question I don't care about my hats. Some hats you don't.
Right.
But you got some good hats you want to keep nice. This is what you need.
Well, there's and especially, you know what? I'll tell you this much too. PGA Tour players, Web.com players, we have a lot of those people listening to our shows. Long drive players, you guys are always listening to the show, and you always want to keep because you guys are on TV, so you always want those hats looking good. I mean, I have a stack of hats right now. It's going out to an LPGA player sitting in front of me, and the hats need to look good when you're on TV, and what a great way. And like Bill Mandrella said, you could take it, store it on your hat hub, and if it needs to be washed, just throw it in the dishwasher, wash it, bring it out, and keep it, dry it out, and keep it stored. And
I think it's awesome to store your hat.
Yes,
and keep it formed. I have the hat that I want to get one for is a hat that has Tiger Woods' name on and all of the United States team when they went to
well, that's the other thing. Maybe you have a piece of memorabilia that that's a signed hat, and you want to stick this in a nice little shadow box.
I have a Ryder Cup hat signed by every single player from that year on the United States when they won, and it's priceless. And you want to keep the shape. This is it. So.
All right,
I know we're short for time.
I know. Keeps yelling in my ear. Holy cow! Bill Mandrella. How can people find out more information about Hat Hub?
Go to www.hat-hub.com. I'm also on Facebook. If you want to find more information, I got YouTube videos out there. So if you search Hat Hub on YouTube, you can see how it works and get some more information.
And if you actually want to call him, you have some questions or anything like that, 815-325-3808 is his phone number. And Hat Hub is definitely we are a big fan of Hat Hub here on Biggs Golf Talk. Bill Mandrella, thank you so much for joining us here on Biggs Golf Talk.
Thank you. They can email me at bmandrella@gmail.com also.
There you go. More Biggs Golf Talk coming your way. Coming up next is HONMA Golf right here on Biggs Golf Talk. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Boxer Shorts, and I've got some big news. Biggs Golf Talk is now on iHeartRadio. You can download their app for free or go to iHeart.com and search for Biggs Golf Talk. And make sure while you're there that you favorite us so that you'll know when we're on. Join all the other millions of listeners on iHeartRadio and listen to Biggs Golf Talk. We're the best. Right.
Still using an old golf GPS watch? It's time to upgrade to ShotScope. ShotScope isn't just a golf watch, it's a fully automated golf performance tracking system on your wrist. ShotScope gives you access to over 100 tour-level statistics. Get putting analysis, short game breakdown, even find out how far you're booming your driver. All data is captured automatically by the groundbreaking ShotScope golf performance tracking system. ShotScope, the ultimate golf watch. Find out more at shotscope.com.
Stop swinging out of your shoes and get squared up with Square shoes. Balance, stability, accuracy, distance, and comfort. It all starts with the patented Squares toe that allows the golfer to set up properly on every shot, with more room in the forefoot area that provides full range of motion in your feet. Squares integrated a heel stabilizer system that assists with rotational torque. A custom removable insole integrates compression zones that match the pressure point areas, linking the inner sole all the way to the cleats. One of the most vocal concerns from golfers has been tying their shoes multiple times throughout a round. Stay put laces with the silicone squares printed down the lace that allows you to comfortably form the shoe to your foot and lock in place without having to adjust or retie during the round. So square up your shots with Squares shoes. It's hip to wear Squares. Their website is www.squares.com. That is SQAIRZ.com.
Go for warmth. Go for beauty. Go for a show. Go for flavor. Go for perspective. Go for love. Go for tranquility. Go for thrills. Go for color. Go for good. Go for Puerto Rico. Go now.
For more information, the website is discoverpuertorico.com.
Golf talk for golfers on Big's Golf Talk. Back to Bill the Golf Father Cuevas and Big John Vick.
This segment is sponsored by Squares Golf Shoes. It's hip to wear Squares. Big John Vick along with the Golf Father Bill Cuevas. And, Billy, I got to tell you, golf courses are definitely opening up. Yesterday, many golf courses in the Midwest is opening up. So I think over 50% of golf courses, as we talked about some stats earlier on in our roundtable discussion from COVID-19 of the pandemic and stuff. Is it enough? I don't know. New Mexico is still shut down. Golf is shut down to at least May 15th. And I got to tell you, man, it's tough. It's going to be tough for a lot of manufacturers. It's going to be tough for some independent-owned golf courses. As a matter of fact, you and I was just talking during the commercial break, and I had read 3 different golf courses in the Illinois area that have decided to call it quits.
Wow. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Anytime you have these places unable to open back up, I mean, they're already struggling as a whole for a lot of places, trying to stay afloat. And this is just crippling. I mean, you especially when you're closed and you still got to maintain the stuff that you have. It's sad, man. It truly is sad. But I don't know. I'm still thinking that when we do come back, golf is going to be one of the few industries that's rebound really, really quick and better than it was when we did.
Well, the itching effect, if you will, the percentage of the itching effect to get out on the golf course is really high. And I bet you if you talk to non-golfers right now, they want to take up the game. I mean, because
that's what I mean.
Like we said, it's natural social distancing.
Yeah.
You know, so there's no effort. Yeah, there's no effort. It's natural social distancing.
No.
And one of the things my fear is manufacturers. I want to see the bounce back in our golf industry to see the manufacturers do well once this thing comes back. And the last couple of weeks, you and I have featured a couple initiatives that people are trying, and golf companies stepping up and giving back and trying to help those that have been affected by COVID-19. Well, we have another company that is just doing that. HONMA Golf, charity fundraiser, aids PGA workforce impacted by the coronavirus. Leading golf company equipment brand HONMA Golf has launched 2 fundraising efforts in support of the PGA of America's newly established Golf Emergency Relief Fund, which provides short-term financial assistance to members of the golf industry workforce who have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Using hashtag #PickUpYourPro as a rallying cry, HONMA hopes to raise at least $25,000 in support of the industry-spanning relief campaign. So let's find out how that's going to get done. We have HONMA on the telephone with us right now. Brad Holder is joining us here on the phone line. Brad, welcome into Big's Golf Talk.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate you having me, and good morning.
First and foremost, I hope you, your family, and everybody at HONMA is healthy and staying safe.
Yeah, we are. Likewise to you guys. Everybody is healthy. The virus actually has impacted our team. We had one of our employees in the field who's fortunately recovered. So he's healthy and doing well. But, we're taking all the right precautions and looking forward to getting back out there when we can.
How is HONMA helping to give effort to the Golf Emergency Relief Fund?
Yeah, we were inspired when the PGA of America announced the effort to support the workforce. So it was something on our mind. Certainly, there's many great causes, and personally and professionally, we're all working to help frontline workers as well. We actually distributed some masks that came from our headquarters here throughout San Diego and to partners. But we wanted to do more, and so the thought was, let's use the power of our brand, our history. We have 60 years of products and craftsmanship, and we thought if we open that up to essentially an online sweepstakes or fundraiser where just for a bid of $10 or $20 or $25, $50, you have a chance to win some amazing products and experiences. And all of those proceeds from those entries will go towards the relief funds, and then that's on top of the 10% of sales from our website, which we started up last week. And we've already seen a great response. The phone's been ringing off the hook, and certainly some appreciative folks from golf courses. You mentioned, it's certainly a tough time at that level. So we're trying to do our part, and it's been exciting to see the reaction from the industry. And we just, at this point, we'd love to see golfers jump on board and start placing some entries for those great products and prizes.
Let's talk about some of those great products and prizes, because right now I have the website up, and Billy, I don't know if you're taking a look at this, but I'll tell you what.
Absolutely.
These wedges look sexy, and I don't like them. And I'm going to put my entry in. I'll tell you what. But let's run it down. The TR20 package for $50. What, if the person shall win, what can they expect?
First, maybe I'll just mention that website that you guys were looking at. If the listeners go to honmagolf.rallyup.com, that's where there'll be a scroll of about 10 different prizes, and we have entry tickets for $10, $25, $50, or $100, depending on the prize package. But you mentioned the TR20 package, so that's our brand new Tour Performance product line. We have that offered in the package with a driver, either 440 or 460, your choice, a full set of irons. We have 3 different irons, a P, which is more of a distance iron, a V, kind of a player shape, and then we have a B, a blade. And we also have 2 wedges coming in that package and a golf bag. So it's about $2,500 worth of product that you get for a $50 raffle ticket. So, that's kind of some of the latest, greatest. You mentioned the wedges. I think, honestly, that'll be one of our most popular items.
I agree.
A $25 ticket, you get a package that's worth over $1,000. And so we brought Jacob Sanborn. He's the wedge wizard, and he has
we know him. We know him.
Jacob's a stud, and he's an amazing decorator and wedge designer. So he's going to offer up 3 custom personalized wedge designs for you. Again, that's just a $25 entry there to get into the contest for that.
And that's awesome. I think when we finish getting off, I'm gonna start taking some of these pictures and sharing them, because we have the press release up and everything. But when you start actually showing these amazing prizes that they can win for the entries, I think you're gonna get a lot more entries, because with just the press release, we put the press release, but I think there's more detail in it, because we got the hyperlinks. But once we start sharing, it's Wedge Wizard and the big packages that you're offering. I love the vintage one that you guys have. That thing is awesome, and it's really not a huge entry thing to get. I mean, I've seen people pay more than that to get less, so it's definitely gonna be loaded up.
And that's what I like. That's what I like about this, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, here's something you're gonna purchase, or you're gonna enter something for a certain fee. But think about some of the giveaways that we're talking about. I mean, for that TR20 package, I guarantee you it's at least $150 entry anywhere else, and you're gonna enter for $50. And get the amount of value. If you win that package, is just gonna it's a steal.
Oh yeah,
it really is. And
a couple of
fitting for $100. What's not to try?
Those are the 2 that I get excited about. Is we have a destination trip down to Orlando to Reunion Resort. We have a new HONMA Experience fitting studio there, and so that price package includes airfare, 2 nights hotel, a round of golf, and a full fitting, plus $2,500 in equipment through that fitting. So whether you want, our Berez line, which is that super premium line that HONMA might be a little famous for, kind of the gold clubs, all the way into our game improvement line. And yeah, the vintage package I actually think is one of the coolest things on there. Those clubs actually come from the personal collection of our master Takumi back in Sakata, Japan, Hiroshi Suwa. He's been leading our craftsmen for over 30 years, and he pulled from his office some persimmon woods and forged irons from 1978. And so those are some classics. They come with a really nice Belding leather bag. So whether you take those on the course or you keep them in your den or your office, I think those are pretty sweet.
I was actually supposed to do the HONMA up in Orlando at Reunion before everything, fell apart for us down here. So I might try and wait, Biggs, until either I win or somebody wins this entry.
And have them on a show.
Have them on the show, man,
Yes.
because it's great. I was supposed to be there. I was actually talking with them about covering it and doing some stuff on it from the mobile fitting experience out there. So I think it's something good. When is the entry, going to be done with? How soon do they have? I know it's already open, but when are we going to close it down?
We've got a couple more weeks, actually 3 weeks from today. It's May 15th. Yeah, so Friday, May 15th. Okay. So folks have time to enter. We'll be excited about this for the next couple of weeks. So if you follow our social channels, you'll see links to those prize packages. And yeah, we're excited to get back on the course. A lot of our markets are reopening, and we have mobile fitters out in about 10 U.S. markets, and we're chomping at the bit to get golfers fit. But we know it's going to be a process here. So this is just a chance for us to give back, do our part, and hopefully just give people some gear so when they can get on the course, they're ready to play.
We're talking with Brad Holder from HONMA Golf, and they have started an initiative to help give back to the golf industry that's been impacted by COVID-19 pandemic. And what a date, right? May 15th seems to be the magic number for everything. But how excited could you get? I mean, you're like, okay, I've entered several of these, entries, and May 15th is going to be like Christmas. I get released from isolation, and I get something cool.
Yeah, you get to start planning to getting out there. I mean, I'm lucky. I still get to get out and stuff like that. And I think I'm one of the few lucky ones because when HONMA first came, a couple of years back, not even a lot, when they started hitting the U.S. market and started moving some of the stuff here, I actually got some of the gear and got to play with it. And it's incredible. I mean, the stuff that they have and the presence that they're making now in such a short time, from when they came stateside is incredible. I mean, the craftsmanship has been top notch from the beginning. I've been lucky enough to try the driver, and then one of my friends actually went and tested it out with us, and then it actually got so mad. And Will, the guy that I do the tattoos with, we started getting slack from people. Oh, that's fake HONMA. And then HONMA was like, it's not fake, it's from Japan. It's just that was one of the things that they brought. So we actually had a HONMA driver from Japan that they were hitting with, and everybody thought it was counterfeit, but it was actually a really HONMA one. So it caused quite a ruckus. But I mean, you guys are making some incredible products. Can you tell us what you have coming? I know everything's been more of a stall, but we have this great fundraiser that's going on. But what can we, people, the ones that don't win, what can we look forward to now coming into this year?
Yeah, well, we really have products for every golfer, and depending on your awareness of the brand, you may know HONMA as a classic persimmon brand or forged blades. I mean, we have 60 years of history, so HONMA's been in the bags of some pretty legendary pros that I can't name, but HONMA's been around the tour for a long time, so we're certainly a better players brand. But we also are known for this super premium side, and certainly for folks that are looking for maybe a little more status with their performance, HONMA offers some beautiful Berez products, but really right down the middle, where most guys and gals are going to be looking. We have a game improvement set called XP1 that just came out last fall. So usually the word that people describe with that is effortless. HONMA, one of the things that makes this unique is we make our own shafts. And so the shafts that are inside our products are Takumi and Sakata. We actually hand roll our shafts. The materials come straight from Fore composites, where the graphite and carbon come. And so our shafts that are stock are really comparable with what a golfer might think of as that exotic kind of aftermarket shaft. So the effortless, very easy, lightweight, get the ball up in the air and hit it straight reaction that people get from XP1 is right there in line with how the product was built. So that's the line for folks that are, maybe that kind of a 10 to 20 plus 20 to 30 handicap golfer that just wants to have more fun on the course. XP1 is perfect for them. And then we mentioned TR20 before. That's our new tour release product. So it was just hitting the market here in March when everything shut down. So we're ready to go, and that has a little bit more of a better player's shape and performance. If you're single digit player or really anywhere from kind of a 0 to 20, TR20 is going to be a great product. And that comes right now in 2 drivers and then 3 sets of irons. And in the fall here, we're adding fairways and hybrids to that family as well. So really throughout the year, there's new products coming out, as well as a new wedge later on this year too. So a lot of stuff in the can.
Now, Brad,
now is it going to be? I'm sorry, Biggie. I was excited about the wedge.
I know.
The new wedge coming. I mean, you guys make beautiful heads and everything. Is it going to be a collaboration with the wedge wizard, or is he going to do his magic after the wedge?
Actually, so both. We do have a custom decoration program that Jacob is launching. Essentially, right when we get back on the road, our fitters are going to offer custom wedge programs, and then this summer it should go onto our website as well. So you will have the ability as a consumer to pick out your decorations, your colors, what stamps you want on the back of your wedge. So right now you could only do that in our HONMA house here in Carlsbad, but we are going to roll that out to the public this summer. And then in the fall, there is actually a new wedge itself, a new wedge shape that will have some new performance attributes, and then Jacob will be working to decorate those as well. So, but we have both new wedge and a new custom program.
Brad, would you recommend for those individuals that's interested in purchasing HONMA Golf products, clubs and things like that, that they should see your either mobile fitting unit or get fitted properly in order to take the most advantage of your golf clubs?
That is how we'd recommend it. We have relationships with great retailers across the country, around 150 off-course stores, but we also have a mobile fitting program, and our fitters are able to understand your game, and certainly tell a little bit of that story around HONMA if the golfer's not familiar with it. And usually we kind of bust a lot of myths. People may only think of us as that gold-plated club brand. So that fitting experience allows you to try the whole product line and really get dialed in. That's an experience that's very personalized. We'll come right to your course or country club and work with the head pro to really do a one-on-one fitting the right way. So a couple of different ways. And if you go on to our website is honmagolf.com, and there's a locator and also an experience button, so you can see the map where all of our fitters are located.
Wow. This is incredible. How can people find out more information about HONMA Golf and what products they are offering and everything else that HONMA is doing?
Yeah, just check it out on the website. I think honmagolf.com is where you can see the news, see the new products, follow us on our social channels at HONMA Golf. And yeah, we're excited to be here and supporting the golfer and helping to get back to the industry.
The Golf Emergency Relief Fund was initiated by the PGA of America through a lead pledge of $5 million and matching fund for gifts by third parties of up to $2.5 million. The PGA contribution included every member of the executive leadership team voluntarily reducing their compensation, as well as pledges of personal donations from members of the PGA's board of directors. The effort is also being supported in various ways by a number of industry organizations, including the Golf Course Superintendent Association of America, PGA Tour, LPGA Tour, United States Golf Association, National Golf Course Owners Association, and Association of Golf Merchandisers. For more information, visit honmagolf.com, pga.com, and take part in HONMA's #PickUpYourPro charitable initiative today at honmagolf.rallyup.com. Brad Holder, thank you so much for joining us here on Biggs Golf Talk.
Hey, thanks, John and Bill. You guys have an awesome day.
You too, buddy. We appreciate you.
More Biggs Golf Talk coming your way right after this. Phrase of the week is HONMA. That is our phrase of the week. Enter it for the giveaways at BiggsGolfTalk.net or .com. BIGGS golftalk.net or .com. HONMA.
Have you ever seen a tour pro line up a putt with a dirty ball? No way. A clean ball rolls accurately, and accurate putts mean lower scores. The solution? Ready Putt. It's the putter cover reinvented. Ready Putt has a patented ball cleaner that's made to absorb and retain water. All you need to do is add water and it remains wet throughout your round, giving your ball the perfect shine. It also has a magnetic surface to hold your ball marker and divot repair tool. Let's say you switch putters from round to round using a blade, mid-mallet, or large mallet. Ready Putt Original has you covered. Look, putting is hard enough. Accurate putts start with a clean ball, and a clean ball starts with Ready Putt.
For more information about Ready Putt, visit ReadyPutt.com. That is ReadyPutt.com. Clean it and sink it. The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is searching for the country's best two-player teams to compete against an international field in the 54-hole Ryder Cup-style event, known prestigiously as the International Kings Cup. The International Kings Cup is played in remembrance of golf's greatest ambassador, Mr. Arnold Palmer, whose honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, and commitment to excellence represent the ideals for which the game of golf is known. The road to the Kings Cup begins with a national qualifier. Two-player teams compete in an 18-hole qualifier playing best ball using net scoring. For more information, to sign up, and to find a national qualifier near you, their website is usgolfchallenge.com. That is usgolfchallenge.com.
This is Big's Product of the Week. Each week, Big John and the Golf Father select a golf product to feature. Here is Big John Vick and Bill, the Golf Father Cuevas, with this week's Product of the Week.
And Big's Product of the Week is sponsored by U.S. Golf Challenge. Qualify for the International Kings Cup by participating in a national qualifier in your area today. Visit usgolfchallenge.com. And U.S. Golf Challenge is sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka. We are in the Tito's Handmade Vodka home studio out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And Big's Product of the Week is Zilis Ultra Cell. And we love this company. I've been getting emails and emails and emails from different CBD oil companies about how their particular brand can help your immune system. Well, I have the expert on the phone with me right now to talk about if this is true or not, that if CBD can help your immune system and all that stuff. But Bill and I are very used to Zilis Ultra Cell, and Billy, you and I love it. I use it for my back. I use it for my elbow. I use the cream, and I just love it. I just love it.
I love it too. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I got some right here. Hello. I got some right next to me.
I got the big jar. I have the big jar.
Well, you know what? The little jar that I got is lasting me a long time.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like that Brill cream. A little dab will do you.
Right.
I get a little bit, and I put it on, I rub it on. And the thing is, like I personally find, I have my one trouble spot with that sciatica kind of thing that I got going on. But I usually put it on. I've been averaging like every other day. I haven't even put it on every day. It's like every other day. And on the second day is when I start feeling a little bit of the twinge. And before it comes full blown, I just put it on and I'm back to, not even thinking about it, which for me is perfect because I can go days with that nagging pain.
As a matter of fact, we actually turned a mutual friend on to Zilis Ultra, Vicky Valentine Vanderpool.
Yeah.
Triple V.
There's quite a few.
Yes.
They just go back door.
Yes.
We tell them about it. We talk about it, and then make the connection.
We can make the connection. Yep. See, we know the man himself. So, I mean, yeah, we want people to go through the website. But for some people, we give you an extra discount or something like that. So we hook you up with the man himself.
Yeah. So
if you're really, really nice with us, and you really want to try this, private message us. We'll hook you up with the man himself.
Directly to the man.
Absolutely.
You can't get right to the dealer. Send him to the dealer.
So the last time we actually had Preston on, and this is we have never had Zilis as product of the week, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to have Zilis as product of the week this week. Was able to try something for the last month or so, and it's working phenomenal. And that is the UltraCell Pet, and it's a Spectrum hemp CBD oil and salmon oil. It's a supplement for dogs and cats. And obviously, Carson, he's a little hyper and all that stuff. This is exclusive technology to support healthy and active pets. Full spectrum hemp CBD oil for dogs and cats. The new Ultracell Pet is a full spectrum hemp CBD oil specifically for your furry family friends. Your cats and dogs will love the delicious salmon flavor, and Carson did, and you'll love the easy to understand serving size that's based on your pet's weight. And Billy, it's amazing. We talk about the little fingertip of CBD Ultracell cream that we use. The same thing with the drops of the CBD Ultracell Pet. Just a drop. I mean, it takes you a long way. Unfortunately, we lost the bottle. We don't know where the bottle went, so I got to order another one from Preston after we get off the air here. But I'll tell you what.
How do you lose a bottle?
I don't know. Shayna lost the bottle. She thinks she accidentally threw it away.
I'm not even going to comment on it. I'm not going to say anything that can incriminate me later.
Yeah,
we'll discuss that off there.
Yeah. You want a bed to sleep in when you come here, right?
I don't know anything, bro. I got a room. I'm cool.
All right, so let's get right to it with Preston Aguilar. He is with Zilis.com and Zilis Ultracell products. They have something called Ultra CBG. We never talked about that. Also, last time we talked about they were talking about a Patriot program. Well, they're in full force of this Patriot program. So we got a lot of information to talk about, and let's bring him in on the phone line right now here in the Tito's Handmade Vodka Studios. Preston, welcome into Biggs Golf Talk, my friend.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. Glad to be here.
First off, the emails I have been getting about obviously COVID-19, you're well aware of COVID-19. People are really jumping on the bandwagon about saying, hey, this is good for your immune system, this is good for you, this is good for you. Obviously, people are marketing it. There is some false information out there. However, I've heard through different experts that CBD can work if it's true. CBD. So I'm going to ask you, can CBD help your immune system?
So absolutely. I think we got to be cautious out there. A lot of people are trying to hop on the bandwagon and saying, hey, this will, prevent COVID-19, that kind of thing. That's not what this is.
Right.
Really what we're talking about, John, is really balance. It's balancing your whole body, right? So it's balancing every system in your body. So think of it like this. Here's how it can help your immune system. And I'll touch on CBD and CBG since you mentioned it, is really the way it acts. There's something in your body called the endocannabinoid system. Okay. So I'll get a little sciencey here, but you have these receptors in your body. They're called CB1 and CB2 receptors. Well, what this system does is it balances and regulates every system in your body. So we've all heard of your cardiovascular system, your musculoskeletal system. Well, you've heard of your immune system, right? So what this system does, what CBD and CBG does, is actually balances every single system in your body, including your immune system. So if you're taking that, really what you're allowing is your body to kind of heal and upregulate itself and actually help boost your immune system and really support your immune system, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely, that does make sense. And I'm still more interested in the CBG because obviously, you get up there in age, right, Preston? You get up there in age. You get up to Billy's age.
Why do you say that? Hold on. Why are you saying that you get up there in age and you say, right, Preston?
No, because he's the expert.
Cool.
He's the expert.
I know,
so he's younger. Are you kidding me? That guy is younger than both of us put together.
But that's why I'm trying to figure out why you tell him how old and he knows. That's what I'm saying. I was looking out for him. I didn't want you to undercut
but
him,
he's seen it around him. That's what I'm saying. By being a representative of Zilis.
People like you, the old people. I got you. Okay.
Yeah, with you at 60 years old.
I wish. I hope I make it to 60 years old.
So, I mean, with people getting older and stuff, you have to do something to kind of regulate yourself and protect yourself. And it sounds like to me, CBG, I already know CBD, the Ultracell for pain and things like that works phenomenal. So I believe I haven't tried. As a matter of fact, you and I have to have a conversation because I do have some some of that CBG stuff here at the house. But so and there's a way of taking it and and being good with it, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah. So the way to think of it is this: everybody knows about CBD, right? And it acts on that system that we talked about. You mentioned pain with you and Bill with you with your sciatica. So it acts on these receptors, in particular these pain receptors. That's how it helps. But the CBG is another cannabinoid found in the hemp plant, like CBD. But here's what sets it apart, John, is CBG primarily acts on what's called CB2 receptors. Those receptors in your body, think of it like a key in a door lock, right? Well, those receptors are primarily in your immune system, okay? Your gut, which is about 80% of your immune system is in your gut. But on every white blood cell in your body are these CB2 receptors, okay? Which basically the CB2 acts on those receptors, and that's what boosts your immune system. So every white blood cell in your body, you have these receptors, boom, CBG acts on them to really self-regulate or up-boost your immune system, if you will. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that
does to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And anything to kind of boost up our immune system is quite especially now, and especially the prediction of I'm sorry we talked about this in our roundtable about the pandemic of fear being instilled by the experts, but it is a fear that this is going to return back in flu season. That COVID-19 will return, and I'm certainly no expert. But my feeling is when October, November, December, January, February are around, the chance of catching a flu is great. If you're below the temperatures of 80 degrees, 75 degrees, the chances of getting a flu is great. Yep. Can that turn into COVID-19? I guess. I'm not a doctor, but anything we could do to protect ourselves and protect our bodies, I think is a great thing, and especially if it does work. Right, Bill?
Well, oh, yeah. Well, I know Preston was ready to say something, but yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, we're doing everything we can, and if CBD can help me in any way, form, or shape, I mean, I want to touch on something, and I'm going to go a little bit off course because I know Preston will be able to help. I know me personally, and it is hard to talk about. I've been feeling really, really anxious. I've been feeling like overwhelmed, extremely emotional. And the more that happens, the more I try to put the Band-Aid with the working out, like we talk offline. So where I was just going on a moderate routine, a daily routine now that I'm placed here, I find myself doubling, tripling. And every time I'm feeling anxious, trying to put that Band-Aid on it without actually dealing with it and just trying to push it aside. And the more I push it aside, the more it smacks me in my face. So I know I'm not the only one out there. And people are afraid to talk about it because it makes you, I guess, apparently seem weak. And in these times, regardless of what we have, I don't know if it makes me weak, but I know I have an issue. And I'm trying to fix the issue. And CBD oil and stuff, you got the stuff that you can take internally for that kind of stuff that we've talked about in the past. I want to make sure we don't forget about that. But I think it's really important. And I don't think a lot of people want to talk about the anxiety that we're feeling within ourselves. And it's not something you're going to go and talk to people that are like, because everybody wants to pretend that it's non-existent. But we're not afforded that we know that we're going to be here tomorrow. There's a lot of things that are unsaid. There's a lot of people that we want to talk to. A lot of people think that it's all of a sudden becoming an urgency to get out to them and say, hey, this is how I feel. This is what I want. We were always afraid and put that on the back burner. We need to figure out how to do it. And I think with the CBD oil and stuff, whether it be your pet that's suffering from anxiety, we suffer from anxiety. And we need to figure out how. And if CBD, I mean, it's helped me personally with pain. And I'm ready to venture in my mind.
Me too.
If it'll help me mentally. Because mentally, bro, I'm shot. I'm truly shot.
I am too. I mean, I'm lost. And let's turn to Preston, who is the expert about this. I'm going to have you piggyback on what Billy said there, Preston, on how the products can help us mentally and get us right.
Absolutely. Well, Bill, I say, I commend you. It actually takes strength to just talk about what you talked about. Like you said, people think you're going to seem weak if you're talking about feeling anxious and things like that. I mean, that's strength to do that, Bill. So good job there. You guys know my background. I've been in medicine for 20 years as a physician assistant in the ER. Bill, if you came and saw me during this time and say, hey, man, I'm feeling anxiety, here's what I could have done for you is write you a prescription and send you out the door, give you a shot of something for anxiety and get you out the door. Those were my tools. And you guys know my story that I was seeing more people changed with this natural product, with everything that we're talking about, pain, the anxiousness. So you're talking mood support, right? You're talking pain support. And then, we're talking immune system support. So this is a natural supplement that puts your body back in balance to help with all those things that we're talking about. But I tell you, one of the top things that helps is anxiousness, your mood, and I mean, gosh, let's call it what it is right now. This is a time we've never been through. The whole world is going through, right? So, we were talking offline, financial things. People are feeling stressed from financial burdens.
Yeah.
I mean, good grief. People are out of work and losing their jobs and they're like, what do I do? And so they have all this time to think about it. So, man, if we can help you, and I know we can, because it's one of the top things that's helped, CBD, this Ultracell CBD and the CBG can help you with your mood, with your anxiousness. People are having trouble sleeping, right, guys? I mean, even before all this, but oh my goodness, how about now? And if you're not getting good sleep, your body's not resting and recovering.
There's a lot of insomnia. A lot of insomnia.
Yeah. This is one of the top things that CBD helps. So you're talking pain, everybody's in pain, sleep, mood. So you're talking this anxiousness. And to throw in there, now with immune system support, I mean, I'm a little biased, but man, everybody should be on this, particularly with what we're going through right now, because it can help people the natural way, and that's what we're talking about, right?
What about dosage? How does one know how much to take of this at one time?
Yeah, so good question. There's a lot of different products out there. You got to be real careful what you're getting. As you guys know, there's some really bad stuff out there. Why you guys have chosen Zilis Ultracell is because it flat out works, right? Mm-hmm. And it has to do with, being organically sourced, has to do with being a full spectrum, has to do with the absorption. The absorption is absolutely crucial. So other products, they'll say, hey, take a whole milliliter. Well, this absorption is so high with Ultracell, CBD, and CBG. So what I tell people is literally start out with a few drops. I'm talking maybe 3 drops twice a day. Do that for about 3 days. Pay attention to your body. Your body, you guys, will literally tell you how much to take, and you can gradually increase a few drops every few days and see where your body is. I had a 400-pound man that literally took 5 drops a day. That's all he needed. So it's not weight-based. It's really on what your body needs. So, so dose, 3 to 5 drops, 1 to 2 times a day.
Okay. I'm going to try that. I have it here. So I'm actually going to try it once I get off the air here. Right. Lastly, I want to talk about, and it's very important that we bring this up because you guys have a program called the Patriot Program that supports our veterans. It's a Zilis Veterans Initiative. Talk about that. What is this about?
So Zilis was really founded with a heart to pay it forward. It started back in 2014 with our CEO took a trip to Haiti. He saw malnutrition in children, and so he wanted to make a difference. Well, we've actually partnered with some things along the way. One of them is Vitamin Angels that supplies prenatal vitamins for pregnant women all around the world. But the other thing, you guys, is our Patriot Program, and I know you guys have a heart to help our Patriots too. So what Zilis has done is really getting Ultracell into, these veterans that serve our country. They have issues that we're just talking about, pain, sleep issues, PTSD issues, and they need something. And so we're getting it into the hands of our veterans who need it most. So we're partnering with veteran nonprofits that are able to distribute that to the veterans who need it most at no cost to them through these partnerships. But also what they've done is waived basically the wholesale enrollment fee, where they can get it for life at wholesale to every veteran. So, and then we have what's called Sacred Mountain Retreat up in the hills of South Dakota, where it's really a recovery center where they can come and heal. And Zilis has poured all kinds of money into there to really help our veterans heal, which is what they need most. So truly have a heart to help our veterans.
And they can check out more information at the website at Zilis.com/Ultra Preston. That's Preston. Zilis.com/Ultra Preston, or head over to BiGGsGolfTalk.com.net, and the logo is at the bottom of the website. You can click on the logo, it'll take you right to Zilis's website here on Biggs Golf Talk. Preston Aguilar, thank you so much for joining us here on Biggs Golf Talk, and congratulations on becoming Biggs Product of the Week.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys having me on. I love what you guys do, and a big supporter of you guys. So everybody stay safe and healthy, and thanks for having me on, you guys.
Billy, that does it for another great show, my friend.
Great show, as always.
All in the
It's the way you want to end it.
Absolutely.
On a positive note, man.
Absolutely. And Biggs Product of the Week has been sponsored by U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Vodka. Qualify for the King's Cup today by participating in the national local qualifier in your area. Find one in your area. Head over to usgolfchallenge.com, or you can head over to our website at BiggsGolfTalk.com. For Amanda, the Golf Diva Robertson, for the Golf Father, Bill Cuevas, I am Big John Vick. Stay healthy, stay safe, and thanks for listening to Biggs Golf Talk. Until next week, everyone.
You matter.